And that is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome in to DTL Prime Time Live on a glorious Sunday evening. I'm your boy, the coach, and you know I got the best crew in the game standing by. We are counting down tonight to a pivotal, very important Sunday night football game. The Eagles, they won 6 in a row, looking for 7. Taking on the Rams, who won last week in New England over the Patriots by 6. They are right there in the mix. And with what's going on right now with the live games that we are sweating late, Seattle, 10 minutes to go, up by 7. Very key for the Rams tonight over Arizona, first place in their division. Green Bay inside the red zone, up 14 over the 49ers. And the Raiders inside the 5, 3rd and goal, down 10. That's pivotal for one of my plays, as Denver's giving 5.5. They're running it right now, under 4 minutes to play. We'll keep you updated on all of the late scores. But, man, did you watch the games this afternoon? And the Broncos have knocked it down. The Raiders will kick a field goal or at least go for it. But it was banana land today, so we can't now waste any more time. Producer man, it's time for the picks. You guys in the chat, you know what time it is. Hit that like button on the way in. It really helps the show grow. And we've got the best crew. Look at this. An embarrassment of riches. And I don't even know which game was the most surprising. So let's start with my man, AB. AB, your Titans got it done by 5 over first place Houston. Was that your biggest surprise today?
They own Houston. No, I'll tell you this. It's the biggest non-surprise, and that's the Miami Dolphins. All right. This team is unbelievable when Tua Tagovailoa is healthy. They are a completely different team because everything is hand-tailored like a suit exactly for him. We said it this morning that they would beat down the Patriots, and that's exactly what they did. This team is phenomenal, man, when he's healthy.
34-15, Tua 317 yards, 4 touchdowns for the Dolphins, who have now won 3 games in a row and smack dab in the middle of this wild card talk. Let's go to the man who's coming to us from Miami, and that's the man who just got back from a busy weekend on the road. As always, Z-Man, your Dolphins are starting to play some good football here.
Yeah, you guys know I'm not falling for that rope-a-dope, all right? They've won 3 in a row. 2 of the 3 games are against legit, very lousy teams. Today, New England. Last week, Vegas. I think the barometer, we're going to get a real idea if the Dolphins are going to be a player. They're a game back of Denver for the final playoff spot. It's looking like Denver's going to hang on, so they're not going to make up any ground today. But the Dolphins, Thanksgiving night, are at Green Bay. So if the Dolphins go to Green Bay on Thursday and they win that game, then you're hooking me back in. I thought I was out. You pulled me back in. So let's wait till Thursday night. If they make it 4 in a row and they beat a good Packer team, okay, then you got me.
And by the way, we will have one show on Thanksgiving Day in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm not going to make the whole crew work all day. By the way, the Packers just scored another touchdown. They're up 31-10 on the 49ers, so they will blow out San Francisco. 49ers are in trouble. Big Tommy, let me come up to you because I watched some sound after a game today, and it was your boy Neighbors, and he is pissed. He is not a happy wide receiver with the Giants. You guys get blown out in New York, low point of the season after Daniel Jones gets released. Your take?
That's what I was going to bring up. I've watched a lot of football, Coach, over my life, man, and I've never seen a team quit like they did today. The defense, again, was Swiss cheese. They go to Neighbors in the third quarter. You're down 23-0 in the first half, and you're not going to Neighbors at all. This team is a royal mess. They need to tear it down and start all over again. That's what they need to do with this New York Giant team. And I would even trade Neighbors. I swear to God, I would trade him to move up in the draft because he's not going to be good on the Giants in the next 5 years because the Giants are not going to be good unless they tear it all down.
And that is straight from a New York Giants fan, ladies and gentlemen. Neighbors is a stud, too. Now, I saved this man for last because he lives in the nation's capital area. And what happened today in Washington, Seabass, was like something I've never seen before. Let me just throw a few numbers before I give you a proper introduction. 41 points in the fourth quarter. 41 in the fourth quarter. Cooper Rush, couple of touchdowns, solid. McLaren, he was well below his numbers. He scores an 86-yard touchdown against Prevent. 11 guys back somehow, and then they missed the extra point. But that wasn't enough. Then Dallas picks up the onside kick and takes it back for a touchdown. It was banana land. So somehow Big Chuck cashes McLaren over whatever that number was. That got him to 100. I've never seen anything like it. And on top of that, Seabass, the Commanders lose their third straight. Your take on the day?
Coach, man, I'm telling you what. So my restaurant, not a sports bar by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, we have TVs because everybody wants to have a TV in the restaurant. And I have never, in the almost 2 years that I've been there, heard the people in the restaurant going nuts when Scary Terry took off and scored that touchdown. Like, this was a Commanders win at halftime. Dallas couldn't do anything against them. Then all of a sudden they come out at halftime, score some points. But what we're going to hear now is how great Dallas is. Dallas is back. We beat the Commanders. Our season is great, whatever. But the end of that game was just nuts. The entire restaurant still doing their bottomless mimosas from brunch and just enjoying the rest of the game. It was great atmosphere in the restaurant. We're actually we're actually closer to Baltimore, so we get more of their fans. But it was a great atmosphere, just a wild game. And when they missed that kick to tie the game, it was awesome.
It was an ugly snap.
Typical Commanders. That's what they're going to do.
Well, at this point right now, they're 7-5, and there's a chance tonight as we now morph into Sunday Night Football. They have a chance, meaning the Philadelphia Eagles, to be up 2.5 games after tonight when just 3 weeks ago they were behind the Commanders. And AB, this number at DraftKings has stayed the course. There's a few random books out there that have this not at 3, but most of them, it stayed pat. Here at SoFi Stadium, they're laying 3, total 49. Do you still feel the same way you did this morning?
Yeah, I do. And what that was, if you're pulling for the Eagles, right? Like, if you're betting with the Eagles, you're probably going to want to go under. If you're going with the Rams, you're probably going to want to go over here. This game is going to be about spacing, man, because every single thing that one team does, the other one has a counterplay for it. And do not sleep on Sean McVay. He is one of the smartest coaches in the NFL. He has made bettors a ton of money in games like this when people feel like they have no chance. They come out and win outright, man.
Yeah, Z, let me come over to you because the Rams do figure out a way. But a couple weeks ago at home, they really let one slip away. And now if Seattle can continue to do what they're doing, now the Rams, despite everything, right in it. And tonight would be an incredible win for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to what AB just said. I like the Rams tonight. I'm a little bit too soft, though, to actually play the Rams. I know we'll get to that coming up in a few minutes here, but I do like the Rams. The Eagles are not going to win every game the rest of the way. They've won 6 in a row. All right. They're going to get tripped up by somebody here. You're on the road, Sunday Night Football. And yeah, it's a Rams team that plays in a very average NFC West, which means they're in it. On Philadelphia's side here, they can essentially win the division tonight. You know, they would be up 3 games on Washington. They have the tiebreak right now, so it's technically 4 games, but you do play them one more time coming up in a few weeks. But if you're up 3 games with 6 weeks remaining, they can essentially win the division here tonight. So there's a lot on the line here for both teams. And I do think there's going to be a lot of points scored.
There's no doubt about it. Great takes from Z. Great takes from AB. Now, we do have a little dissension in the ranks, so I'm going to morph the picks with our takes together because Seabass is on one side, Big Tommy C is on the other. So let's go to the picks right now, and I want to start with the person who likes the road team, and that is Seabass today. Where is my Eagles? Don't you like them minus the 3, Seabass, or did you change that up?
We changed it up a little bit, Coach. You alluded to it earlier. There were some different numbers out there. And when that number was at -2.5, at Circa had it earlier today, I liked it. I think this game comes down to a field goal. AB touched on it. So did Z-Man. Both teams have a lot to play for here. And after the Rams' last game and now what's happening today, they got really something to play for. They really have a shot at this division. But for the Eagles side to go up 3 games in their division, I couldn't call it, Coach. I had to play it safe. I went with the teaser instead. tease that down. Give me the Rams +9 and over 43.
It's understandable. That's a really big number to even think about the Rams losing at home by more than 9. And remember, if you're not used to betting a teaser, the even number, if they lose by 9, that is a loss. You ideally want to have a half a point, but this is a really good number and a really good teaser. So now let's go over to Tommy C, because Tommy, you're going straight. You like the Rams tonight +3. Explain yourself.
All right, Coach, I'm going to explain to everybody here, and I agree with AB. Sean McVay is one of the smartest coaches in the NFL. He's great at scheming the pass with the rush. And we saw Stafford last week throw 4 touchdowns. They're getting more healthy. And, let's not get it twisted about the Eagles. They got a good defense, good offense, but their last 6 wins against defensive like Cleveland, the Giants, right? Jacksonville, right? Washington's probably had a better defense, and Dallas. So that 6-game winning streak is a little inflated. And I think with the Rams getting healthy, I'm taking the 3 points here, and I think they're going to play a really good game tonight.
All right. I hate it when Tommy C makes sense, because I actually like the Eagles until you just gave that to me right there. By the way, a couple of updates. The 49ers have turned the ball over immediately, and so have the Raiders. So the Broncos have the ball at the 20 of the Raiders, 2nd and 12, 2:15 to go, up 7. They're covering right now, and the Packers continue to be up by 21. 49ers, they're just a mess. They're an absolute mess. Brandon Allen looked good at times today, but he's not Brock Purdy, and he's not a starting quarterback in the National Football League.
Nope.
Hey, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
You realize we can hear you when you say that, correct?
Yeah, what did I say?
That's what I want. You're saying, nope, yep, nope, yep.
Sorry.
That's actually the microphone is on.
Yeah,
all right. AB, come over to you, because you like both teams to score tonight a certain level. Talk to me.
We're going to go both teams to score 21 points or more at +110, and I'll tell you why. You guys spoke about the Eagles and winning the division. Well, don't forget about the Rams. Now, they can't win the division tonight, but they could position themselves nicely for it. You see San Francisco going down. Somebody's got to lose between Seattle and Arizona, right? Like, Sean McVay knows what he's doing. He's won this division before. He's won a Super Bowl before, all right? So I like both teams to score. I think that Los Angeles in this chess match, they're going to try to take away all the things that Philly wants to do, i.e. time of possession. All right, and we'll get more into that in a little bit, but that is how Los Angeles gets down. They take away what you do, and then they use it against you, and I think that is going to force points tonight. So let me get 21 points or more for both squads right here.
I think they both get to it. I really, really do. Quick update on that Arizona game. You were talking about AB. Seattle's got the ball 4th and 4 from the Arizona 32, 2:25 to go. So if they can they're only laying 1 today. So if they can make that field goal, it looks really good for them to cover. And your boy will go 2-0-1. Hopefully, if Broncos cover. All right, Z-Man, I'm coming to you. You're the last one that hasn't gone yet. So, producer, man, let me see that screen one more time. Where is – he's going straight over, straight points. You're up, big boy.
Yeah, like I told you, I'm a little bit SAWFT soft, all right, because I like the Rams tonight, but I don't have the cojones to actually, play them. So we're going to sit back on the couch in the Zaslow Mansion family room. We're going to crack open a beer tonight, and we're going to root for a lot of points. I think there's going to be a lot of points. I think we're going to see some touchdowns. Jalen Hurts passing, Matthew Stafford passing. Like I said, huge game for both teams. So I like the total here tonight. I think we're going to see some scoring.
I really hope so. We've been having some really good, exciting primetime games, and I hope tonight's one of them. And both teams understand how important this game is, because they're both also NFC teams. And as we look at it, the guys talk about the wild card race right now. We're talking Minnesota at 9-2, the top seed. Green Bay, after they win this game, will be 8-3, the number 2 seed. And now Washington at 7-5. So if the Rams can win, they'd be to 6-5. Washington has not had their bye week yet. They have a late one. So the Rams are right there. Seattle will also be 6-5. And San Francisco 5-6. It's
you
a
really
mess.
got
it is
5
convoluted.
teams. You got 5 teams playing for that one final wild card spot in the NFC, because you really got to include Tampa as well. They're just a game back.
Yeah, that's right. After winning today at the Giants, good call there, Z. So a lot of guys all the way down to 7, still very much alive with 6 weeks to go. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 6 weeks left to go. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for your straight picks. Coming up in about 8 to 10 minutes, we will prop it up and get to our prop plays for tonight as well. But you guys know, many of you out there, you love to bet on the quarterbacks. But a lot of you don't want to put in the work to figure out where they can't throw, what could be a positive for the defense against a really good quarterback tonight. We got two OGs. Jalen Hurts, he had a monster game last year against these same Rams. And you got Matthew Stafford. We know what he's about. They're both really good. But let's dig a little deeper. This is the only place that we go deep inside the no-fly zone.
Let's hit the no-fly zone indeed. Now let's take a look at what both of these teams do well. Take a look at the left here, the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, green means one of the best in the NFL. Black, middle, red, one of the worst. 25.9 points per game. They only give up 17.9. Top 10. Fourth in time of possession. All right, 22nd in pass offense rank because they don't have to throw the football. All right, second in pass defense. First in rush offense, seventh in rush defense. This team is a wagon. You look at the Rams, not so good. But Sean McVay, the man is a wizard. He knows how to work with what he has. So flip this over. Let's take a look at Jalen Hurts and this offense. Like I said, their best offense is when they don't need him. That's how good that they are at running the football. Look at this. This is last week against Washington. 18 for 28, 221, no touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a perfect game. That's exactly what Philly wants to do. All right, you see the passing attack there, 10 yards and in, safe, use the middle of the field, generally to get yak, and that's it. They don't even really take deep shots anymore. You take a look at the Rams secondary here, not great at all. They got open spots everywhere. Flip it over here. Jalen Hurts, where he could get into trouble is throwing against his body to the left-hand side, okay? Deep middle, that's trouble for almost anybody. You see it. Jalen's not great deep middle, okay? Hasn't been in his career. But where I worry about with him is to the left, intermediate left, short left, because what the Rams do well is bring heat to your quarterback. They will rush you all night long, and I expect that the Rams defense is going to sell out to stop or try to stop Saquon Barkley and force Jalen Hurts out of his comfort zone and throw it 35 times tonight. Also watch for the short right there because passes can get tipped and corners can jump routes. So this is where it could get scary for him. Game scripts here for the Eagles. Look, you're going to see a ton of motion. All right, pre-snap motion, wide receiver, tight ends going into it because that's what the Eagles use to find out where the rush is coming from, okay? You're going to see safe, RPO, run, pass attack, RPO, run, pass option. They're going to run with Saquon Barkley. Trust me, they do it every game. They're going to run with Jalen Hurts as well. But what they want to do is find out where your defense is, okay? We spoke about spacing is where this game is going to be decided. Now, look here. Grant Calcaterra, the distribution point. Coach, you know in basketball when you bring a center up top of the key and give him the ball, all right?
You're damn right.
Yeah, exactly. You can run a lot of things out of there, give and goes, but really you can find out where the defense is kind of slipping, okay? I think that the Eagles are going to use Calcaterra tonight to find out where the Rams defense is cheating to. You cheating up to stop the run, you cheating back to stop the pass. They're going to use him right in the middle and throw to him and say, okay, let's see where you're at. That's going to be their center at the top of the key tonight. They'll also use Saquon Barkley, left, right, up the middle to create open spaces. 3 out of 5 stars for Jalen to throw a pick. He doesn't throw many of them. Now, look at Matthew Stafford. This dude throws it all the time. It's like these two teams have flipped of what they used to be. The Rams did nothing but run the football forever, all right? And the Eagles threw it. They flipped. The Rams throw it all over the board. This is last week against New England. They didn't really have to use it all that much, but 295 passing off of only 18 completions, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Matthew Stafford, a stud. But look at that number 1 pass defense in the NFL. This Eagles secondary and defense is legit. Stafford, trouble areas, you'll see it right here. Could be all over the board. Flip that thing over. Let's take a look because, yep, same deal. Throwing to his left side. Left deep, intermediate left, intermediate middle, short middle. Why? Because the Eagles don't have to rush, and they still can get pressure on you, and Stafford can make a mistake throwing across the middle and right there at the line of scrimmage. But you take a look at the Rams and what their game scripts are going to be tonight. All right. They've got to pull off a little magic show. If anybody's ever seen A Few Good Men, got to go Tom Cruise in the courtroom. All right. Pull off a little magic, because this Eagles team will keep the ball away from you all night long. So you can look to steal time of possession. There's two ways to do it. You either keep the ball in lots of 12, 13, 14 play drives, or you get up quick and you force the other team to play faster than they want to. That's what the Rams have to do. Sideline to body short passes. What you're going to see, guys like Puka Nacua, all right, your boy Cooper Kupp, going and running routes towards the sidelines, putting their body in between the sideline and the defender, okay? Because it's either I catch it or nobody catches it. Keep it safe. You're going to see a lot of receptions from the running backs, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, keep going down the list. And you know what I would do? Can't find it in books. If you can, let me know. Puka Nacua in the run game. I guarantee you're going to see Puka Nacua with some end around or some sort of play, trick play on the ground, and they might do it a couple times. If you could find him over half a rushing yard, do it. They will use that tonight because they're going to pull everything out. 3 out of 5 stars for Stafford to throw a pick as well.
Excuse me, I was just getting ready to ask one very, very important question to everybody out there. You can all do it with me if you want. Do you want to do that work?
No.
I didn't think so. Now, let's compare the quarterbacks. Z-Man, coming over to you first. Then we're going around the horn. These are the numbers according to DraftKings. Z, after everything we just watched and everything that we listened to, I don't know where to go. Anything popping off here for these two legit quarterbacks?
Yeah, I think we're going to be on Stafford's side here. I already told you I like the Rams. I'm a little bit too soft to play them, but that's why we're going with the total. So I do believe that the Rams are going to score. I think both teams are. So I like Stafford a lot tonight. All right. I like Stafford over pass yards. I like Stafford over attempts. I like Stafford over completions. I'm not going to touch longest pass. I mean, longest pass for both those guys. That's a very big completion right there. You're talking 36 yards. I almost feel like it's an error. That's a very big number right there. So I like the pass yards. I like the completions and attempts for Stafford.
And we should point out that Devontae Smith is out of the game tonight. He is hurt, hamstring. So that 36.5 Seabass on the side of Jalen Hurts makes it even more difficult with Devontae out. Somebody in the chat said they like the completions over 18.5. Seabass, what about you?
Yeah, that longest pass for both of these guys is super long. I like to see that number like mid-20s is a good one, but that's too much. 18.5 completions for Hurts, I kind of like. I mean, that's right there in his wheelhouse of what he does most weeks. If I'm looking at it, I'm probably going to go, if I got to take something, Stafford over the 35.5 pass attempts. Their run game, while good, Kyron Williams is pretty good over there. I think they're going to have to stay in this game by throwing to move the ball. So I like him over on the attempts.
He kind of feels that way. By the way, Kyron Williams, if you guys are thinking about playing anytime touchdown, you may not want to play that one. It's been like north of minus 200 lately. By the way, Raiders, they're reviewing whether or not he got into the end zone. A very important call in the Raiders and Broncos games. 10-point, they're down at the 1, 4th down if they call it no touchdown. Tommy, let me come over to you, because if this game script goes the way that AB just kind of laid out for us so very nicely, then this would lean everything to the Rams. But anything, because I know you've handicapped a lot today, that you see jumping off from these numbers at DraftKings?
I agree with everybody else. I like Stafford going over 35 here on the attempts because, you know, they integrate, like I said, they integrate the run with the pass so well. They got Nakua's healthy, Cooper Kupp is there, and I think they're really going to throw the ball. And I think Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball a lot. How do you keep the offense off the field? You keep giving the ball to Barkley. I think his attempts are going to be under 26.5 for Jalen Hurts tonight.
All right. I just might be on a little Saquon Barkley tonight for my own props. Real quick, AB, it looks like somebody found, Dustin found Puka rush attempts plus 200. I don't know how many that is, but are you looking at yards, not attempts, AB?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at attempts if you can get it. Like, that's what I was asking Dustin right there. Like, rush attempts, is that over half? Is that one rush attempt? If that's one rush attempt at all right, yeah, one
Okay,
plus.
there we go.
Go ahead and put me on that right now. Plus 200 right now. Puka Nacua, 1+ rush attempt, plus 200. We can add that to the prop sheet. 100,000,000%. I am all in on that one. Yes.
All right, I absolutely love it. All right, by the way, the live number tonight is gigantic for us, so we can't thank you enough for making us a part of your really your lives on Sunday, and I can't believe that live number. Thank you guys so very much. All right, keep that chat popping. If you haven't hit the like button, please do that for me. It's really important to allow the show to grow. So the Raiders do not get in. 4th and 1, first and goal at the 1, 16 seconds to go. So we're the only people that care about this game right now. The spread was 5.5. All right, we've done our straight plays, but there's a lot of you out there that don't like to play it straight. You like to prop it up. Let's go. All right, it is over, by the way, in Seattle. They win 16-6. So first place, Arizona can do nothing. Seattle, 2 big wins in a row, 49ers and the Cardinals. All right, I see some interceptions. AB, start us off.
Yes, sir. We're going to go Jalen Hurts over half an interception, plus 120. All right, I think the Rams are going to load everything up. All right, and not only try to stop the run, but get some heat on Jalen and not give him much time. But they want to force him to throw it way more than he's used to as of late. This could be trouble for Jalen. Let me get a pick there. I'm also going to take Stafford over half an interception as well because, well, he's just going to throw it a ton tonight. That's what he does. Now, Grant Calcaterra over 5.5 receiving yards at minus 115. That's it. They didn't even give me attempts, but I'll take 5.5 receiving yards right there. And finally, Saquon Barkley over 2.5 receptions at plus 105. If the Rams do find a way to get heat on Jalen, that pass attack is going to be short yardage, quick throws, safe throws. Saquon Barkley will play into that. And yes, Puka Nacua, 1+ rush attempt, plus 200. Let's go.
Oh, and that plays right into mine. So I'll go next real quick. By the way, the Broncos got a sack on 2nd and goal from the 1. The clock runs out, guys. So the Broncos win by 10 as the Raiders had no timeouts left. So we're going to go 2-0-1 for your boy today as we carry it over to tonight. So I love Saquon tonight too, guys. I like the over 13.5 receiving yards. He's gone over 100 scrimmage yards in 8 of the 10 games so far this year. So I love him with the 2.5 catches with AB. That's going to be at least 14 yards. Then that 114.5, it's kind of a gut. But this guy couldn't go with his rushing number. That was 96, way too high. But he's going to get loose on one of these catches, and I like him $198 a week ago to get at least 115 this week. All right, Seabass, coming over to you. You got 2 big plays tonight.
Well, I got 3 now. I just locked in that Puka power play over on DraftKings, over 1 rush attempt. That's I'm on my phone. I locked it in. We're there. But I'm also going to take Jalen Hurts first half touchdown. His anytime touchdown was a little bit juicy. I probably still could have played it, but I like this at plus money for him to score touchdown in the first half. We know he likes to run the ball when they get down to the goal line. So give me that Jalen Hurts first half TD. And then I'm going to take Jake Elliott over 1.5 made field goals. The Rams have given up more than 2 field goals or more in 8 of their 11 games. And Jake Elliott's done it in 6 of Philly's 11 games. So give me that over 1.5 field goals made.
All right, to be clear, your Jalen Hurts is a first half rushing touchdown by him at plus 200, correct?
That is correct, yes. So it has to be a rushing touchdown.
It has to be a rushing touchdown. Okay. All right, awesome. Thank you, Seabass. Well done. All right, Z, you're starting to create a brand under the brand unto yourself. When people in the chat are starting to use your catchphrases, that's just simply awesome. So TJ says, Zaslow getting crazy tonight. You're up, sir.
Look, sometimes you need to go into business for yourself, all right? and I look at Sunday Night Football tonight, and I say, you know what? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. So here's what we got. Sometimes you look at a parlay and you say to yourself, this looks like everything's going to hit. It looks like a lock. I got one of those for you here. All right. Kyron Williams, 40-plus rushing yards. Okay. Saquon Barkley, 50-plus rushing yards. Okay. Cooper Kupp, 40-plus receiving yards. And now, Jalen Hurts, 1 passing touchdown, 1 or more, and Matthew Stafford, 2+ passing touchdowns. I know it's a lot. There are 5 legs there, but all of those are very reasonable numbers. And the parlay equals to plus 230. That's how you pay the mortgage, guys. Come on now. There you go. That's what we love tonight.
How about John in the chat says, let's get nuts, Seabass. You're giving credit to the wrong guy, John, but that's okay. You're an OG, as is Z-Man.
The haircut, Coach. The haircut.
What's that?
We have the same haircut.
That's very true. You guys are exactly that. And I did mine fresh today, too, by the way, this afternoon. It's nice and fresh tonight. I didn't want to get up tomorrow at 5 a.m. to shave, so I had to do it this afternoon. All right. Now, there's one leg of the, let's call it Let's Get Nuts parlay. I just came up with a new segment for Z-Man just like that. Oh, my God. It just came to me. We're going to start doing the Let's Get Nuts parlay. It's going to become a thing. It's going to become a thing. So one of those legs, Tommy C, is something that you're playing separately. So let's start with the Matthew Stafford play, and then you like DeMarcus Robinson also tonight, sir.
Yes, Matthew Stafford, last game, he 4 touchdowns. They're healthy now. You got Nakua, you got Kupp there, and I think this in order for them to win, Stafford has to have 2+ touchdowns. Now, DeMarcus Robinson, you know they're going to key on Nakua and Kupp, and my man Robinson is definitely going to go over 25.5 yards receiving yards tonight.
I like it, Tommy. Look at you, man. You're coming into your own, too. I love how all you guys are doing your own thing. They all fit nice. Synergy into everything else. Tonight's going to be a big night of check marks. And by the way, John says, it's because Seabass also has a plus 200 play as well. Come on, guys. John, my bad. I'm just trying to keep track of everything, and I can't always do that. All right. You guys are amazing. Let's Get Nuts parlay sponsored by Planners. It writes itself. It writes itself. All right, let's get them on the phone. All right, gentlemen, all the straight picks are given out. All the props are given out. But we still have a few comparisons because there's some other numbers out there maybe tonight the people at home want to see. So who are we comparing on the ground tonight? Well, we know Saquon. He has been a beast. Arguably, some would say, the MVP of the league if running backs were considered. Then you got Kyren Williams. What did I say about his anytime touchdown, AB? That's actually lower than what it's been the last few weeks, minus 175. Your take here, anything you like, AB?
Yeah, it seems like a value, doesn't it? Look, Saquon Barkley, longest rush over 16.5. This game, again, is going to be about spacing. And Saquon Barkley, whenever the Rams, if they drop back in a nickel at any moment, dude, Philly will check right into a run. And Saquon Barkley can rip off 20 yards on the ground at any moment. Give me the longest rush. I'd rather do it in one shot, and it can happen in any quarter.
It's a good point. One number I'm looking at, Z-Man, to fade would be that rushing number of Kyren Williams. I just think the Eagles, either it's going to be a really tight game that they throw it a lot, but I just don't see Kyren getting off against this overall ranked number 1 defense in the entire NFL. At least that's what I wrote down. I like that under 73.5, Z.
Well, and like I said, the number that I had for Kyren Williams was over 40. All right. So I'm talking just a little more than half that number. So if you like the under there, I could certainly play that. But I look at Saquon Barkley. I know it's a very big number, but anytime touchdown, like Saquon's going to score tonight. There's going to be a lot of points, and he's going to score. So you know what? If I'm so sure about him scoring, and clearly Vegas is as well, at minus 185, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Plus 295, 2+ touchdowns. Come on. Scare money don't make money. So let's go Saquon plus 295, 2 touchdowns.
Oh, my God, do I love Z-Man so freaking much. I love that. Plus 290. I think tonight's going to be a big night for him. I think the Eagles, Tommy C, have figured out that if they're going to win ball games, they've got to run everything in the air, on the ground, through Saquon. And certainly when they get inside the 10, that's the guy they're looking for. Tommy, your take on your former running back?
Well, I like the longest rush, 16.5. That's a layup for him, and 96.5 rushing yards. I think he's going to do another 100-yard night tonight. He's got a great offensive line. He's playing way out there, man. He is way above everybody else right now in the running game. The only thing, and the other side of it, Williams is going to have a hard time rushing when you got Jalen Carter in the middle, that linebacker, Zach Bond, and that secondary is just gangbusters. Williams is going to have a hard night tonight on rushing yards.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Seabass, let me come over to you. What kind of angle are you looking at it from the running back perspective?
Yeah, I love the longest rush for Saquon, 16.5. 96, too much for me to touch. I know he's more than capable, but I think the Rams are going to be throwing the ball. I think they're going to have to throw the ball to stay in this game. So I'm going to take Kyren Williams in under his 17.5 rush attempts tonight.
All right, so kind of a consensus as we talk about it as a crew, fading the running for the Rams, certainly looking at overs for Matthew Stafford, and then Saquon Barkley, as I already played the combo number 114. So I think both these guys will play a pivotal role. Let's flip it over now to the receivers tonight. And A.J. Brown, well, he is all alone because Devontae is out. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp will both be in the game tonight. AB, let me come over to you. That A.J. Brown number, he's just not the receiver that he used to be. I would fade that 88.5 like that.
Well, the problem is that they just don't need the passing game, right? Like it's anybody. I mean, they just can run Saquon Barkley all night on your ass, and there's nothing you could do about it. So that's the difficult part, and that's the chess match is if L.A. can force Philly to have to throw, A.J. Brown could go off immediately, right? I would look at anything receptions wise on Los Angeles' side because they're gonna, whether they're up, tied, or down, they're throwing the damn football, right? So I would look Puka or Cooper. I would even look Kyren Williams receptions, probably a number at 2.5 or somewhere around there.
I think that's what it was.
Not a bad play, man. Like I would look quantity, all right, on LA's side, and I would look one shot, get it on Philly's side. So longest reception. I mean, Jalen hits that. I think he's hit it in like 6 straight games, and AJ's the guy that's going to do it.
Yeah, I had the same thing in my head, Z, is Puka has now become the new Cooper. And Cooper, with all of his injuries, I just don't think he's as fast or as quick. Puka can catch it deep or short. He's the guy. I like that over 6.5 as well. Your thoughts, Z?
Well, look, Kupp still, even after all the games that he's missed, he still leads the team in catches and in receiving yards. So they do still find him. But I like Puka as the deep threat tonight. You know, I could look at Puka Nacua, 24.5. I'd go over on longest reception for him. And I also like anytime touchdown, plus 140, you know. So I'm leaning heavily on Stafford on the Rams tonight, mixing in obviously a little bit of Barkley as well, as I said.
I can see why you're on the over. I really, really can. The narrative that we're discussing is that the Rams are behind a little bit, and they have to throw a lot so far. Seabass, let me come over to you. How do you feel about everything A, B, and Z just said on both sides?
I mean, I can't disagree. A.J. Brown under reception yards, Puka's longest reception. Where I will stray a little bit, we talk about Puka Nacua. You just touched on Cooper Kupp having the most yards and receptions for the Rams. You talk about Kyren Williams, Demarcus Robinson. I don't know that there's enough balls to go around for Puka to get to 7 receptions or more. So I might lean a little to his under the 6.5 receptions tonight.
Okay, look at our resident curmudgeon going against your boy. That's all right. I'll keep remembering that, Seabass. Let me come up to you, Big Tommy. Your thoughts?
Oh, I love Nacua with the anytime touchdown. This guy can get open in a moment's notice, and he gets the ball. He just goes. And I like his over on the reception, 6.5.
All right. Somebody says, is that coach's face on Puka's body? All right. So that is our comparisons. And you guys know on Sunday nights, we don't have no stinking commercials. All we do is get through everything to get to this moment. But quickly, I'm seeing that live number continues to climb, which means there was a lot of people not here at the top of the show. So we go through everything one more time, 10 seconds or less for each play, both straight and with our props. I don't need the whip around music. Producer man, let's just start with the straight plays. AB.
Yep. Let's go with both of you to score 21 plus points or more at plus 110. Keep it simple. Could be a fun game.
Boom. Seabass, let's go.
I see a lot of back and forth in this game. I wanted to play it safe. I just couldn't pull the trigger on either team. So give me the teaser, Rams +9 and over 43.
Z.
Oh, I didn't know what word you said there. I thought you said the. Like, who's the? All right. Sorry. My apologies.
That's okay.
Look, I'm sitting on the couch rooting for points to be scored here tonight. I'm not trying to split the atom. All right. So Eagles, Rams, over 48.5. Let's go.
Tommy, you like the Rams at home at SoFi.
I love them getting +3, and McVay's one of the best coaches in the NFL of mixing that run and pass. +3 all the way.
All right, let's flip it over then to the prop side of things. And AB, you got 4, and I love when the interceptions match up with the no-fly zone. You're up.
Yes, sir. Let's take both quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Matthew Stafford, each to throw an interception tonight. All right, tight end Grant. This is the Calcaterra game, baby. Over 5.5 receiving yards. And then Saquon Barkley over 2.5 receptions. And your boy, Puka Nacua, 1+ rush at +200.
Boom and boom. I'm also on Saquon tonight. I like his over 13.5 receiving yards at -120. Then I like his combo number over 114.5. He's got north of 100 scrimmage yards in 8 of the 10 games played so far this year. I'll take 80% and add 15 to it. All right, Seabass, talk to me.
Let me get Jalen Hurts first half touchdown +200. He's going to run one in, give it to me early in the game, get that double up right there, quick and easy. And then Jake Elliott over 1.5 made field goals tonight.
I like it a lot. Now the Let's Get Nuts parlay. Z, you're up.
All right, so you guys know I like the total tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of points. So it's a lot happening here. It's 5 legs, but I'm taking the best players in the game, and I'm putting together a parlay stew. All right, so Kyron Williams, 40+ rushing yards. Barkley, 50+ rushing yards. Cooper Kupp, 40+ receiving yards. Jalen Hurts, at least 1 passing touchdown. Matthew Stafford, at least 2 passing touchdowns. All of these are very reasonable at the price of +230.
I love it. And Tommy, you agree with that last one. You're up.
Yep, I love Matthew Stafford. He's going to have to throw. If they want to win this game, he has to throw 2 or more touchdowns tonight because they don't have a Saquon Barkley in their backfield. I know they're going to key on Cooper Kupp and Nacua. That's why my man Robinson is going to get over 25.5 receiving yards tonight.
At -115, AB, quick question from the chat. TJ says, Hurts over 38.5 rushing yards. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I actually don't hate it tonight because the Rams do try to get after your quarterback. You'll see moving pockets, and you'll see Jalen take those shots. Yeah, I like it. Solid.
All right. Very, very good. Gentlemen, well freaking done. And by the way, that live number is ridiculous on a Sunday. So thank you guys very, very much. Japan, I thought you and I were getting back on the right track. And then you write, no chance in hell Coach is getting into the club tonight. Just because I'm 0 for 40 at this point does not mean tonight cannot be my night. Now, there's a lot of you that are new. You're trying us out. We're heading into a holiday week. We're here every single day for you. Just turn on your notifications. Every single time we start a show, you will be notified. This is the fun portion if you're certain people and you like to pick the first touchdown of the game. It can't be Saquon at minus money. No, it's got to be plus 1,000 or higher. AB is our OG. He's got a diamond above his name. He gets to go first. You're up.
We are going chalk tonight. Puka Nacua plus 1,000. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. You kept that right there. I wanted Puka, and they kept it right at plus 1,000. If it happens on a rush, we're going to go nuts. But no, we're not going to get greedy. Let's just take Puka plus 1,000.
Sorry, I got so much chalk in my throat. It's crazy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, Seabass, I can't even remember who you cashed with or what week it was.
I want to say it was week 3, but I couldn't tell you who it was. I forget too. It doesn't matter because I'm in the club, so who cares now? But tonight, slightly less chalky, not by much, but slightly less. Give me Cooper Kupp at plus 1,100.
It doesn't matter. I'm out here going nuts in this game. just trying to, and you say it doesn't matter.
Right.
who
I'll
it
take a
was?
page out of your boys' book. That's like one wrestling thing I know from The Rock because it doesn't matter.
By the way, real quick, as we're having fun and actually working here on a Sunday, DG's in the chat trying to get them to do a Sunday night parlay with the crew. And now, AB, he's given a super sticker of 99 cents. Thank you very much, DG. That will pay for nothing at DTL. All right.
I like that it's in red.
I know. That's almost the embarrassing one. You only give it 99 cents. By the way, I don't even know how to do it. So, all right, Z, you are getting nuts tonight, but I actually think sneaky, smart play. You're up.
Look, I've never been in the club. I wonder what the club is like. I don't know. I don't know what the inside is all about, but I do know that when I get in the club, I'm not just sneaking in. You can have your fancy skill players, all right, your Cooper Cups, your Puka Nakuas, and your Dallas Goddards. When I get in the club, I'm going to be announcing my presence with authority. We're taking the Eagles, defense, or special teams. That's plus 2,500 right there, all right? We're taking Eagles, defense, special teams. That's how we get in the club. I walk into the club on rose petals wearing a silk robe. So we're going with the Eagles and the defense, special teams to get us in the club here tonight.
Oh, my God. That is all I'm going to think about now is Z just sauntering up to the door. Very slow. Here's that $100 bill to the guy. Chains coming down all the way to the
Let me say this, Coach. Let me say this. I got bad news for you. I was talking to Tina earlier today. She owns the club, sets the schedule. Anybody that's not in the club by Thursday is going to be working in the club.
Oh,
right? Yeah, you got to be bringing food, drinks. Somebody going to have to do janitorial work. All right, so get in.
I don't even know where to go after that, AB. I really, really don't. I know this, that I used to feel like I was a crowd favorite. Now it's clear that Seabass is, Z is, AB is, because Dan says crap. Me and Coach on the same page tonight. Damn, Dan, I didn't know it was so bad. A lot of people. Peggy says, Coach, they're just coming to see who you pick. Peggy, I know. It's a star attraction. I've been crappy lately. All right. Where do I go next? Well, Seabass. All right. Hey, Tommy, let me come over to you. You're all in on Demarcus Robinson tonight, big boy.
I'm in because Sean McVay is going to have a special play for him, and he's going to score the first touchdown. Let's face it. The Eagles are going to key on Kupp and Nakua, and Demarcus Robinson is going to sneak right in there and score the first touchdown tonight.
I like it. By the way, DG, you thought that 99 cents. You're getting shredded by Tina. You're getting shredded by Matt. You're getting shredded by, Tina says, LOL, big spender. Nicely done. Put it back for the stocking stuffers for the girls, okay? Just keep it. All right. So producer man is on, what's that name? Blake Corum. Oh, my eyes are bad. At plus 3,000. And producer man is as intent as I am. I'm going Dallas Goedert tonight. He's the big tight end for Philly. I don't want them to get down to the 2 because then it's the push-tush, and I'm going to lose my mind. But at plus 1,300, not as chalky as AB, but still not plus 2,000 or 3,000 either. By the way, on Thursday, we're going to run some type of a game where everybody in the crew can pick them for all 3 games. We're going to have fun. It'll be a cool way to do it. We'll figure that out by Thursday. Not Seabass, though. Seabass, you've got 700 people coming to your house.
I will. They're not coming to my house. Thank God for that. That's Christmas time. They come to the house. Literally, like the wife's ugly sweater Christmas party, ridiculous. But I'll find a way. I'll get them in. Don't worry, Coach.
Seabass, I was calling your restaurant your house.
I understand what you were saying, Coach. I was trying to throw a shout out to my wife and her ugly sweater Christmas birthday party that also resembles a packed club in my actual house.
Got it. Didn't get that. Got it now.
I'll get my picks in. Don't you worry. I'm not missing club opportunities.
I know, right? It becomes insanely immature at this part of the season. We're almost to December right now. And those of us that haven't gotten a club, Tommy, Z, let's get serious. Let's get serious. Gentlemen, well freaking done tonight. Live number, incredible. Do not forget, we are live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Also on Stadium at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then tomorrow night, we have Prime Time Live. Who is the Monday night game, you asked this week? Well, it's a good one. It's also at SoFi. It is the Ravens minus 2.5, the total 50.5. We'll break it all down for you tomorrow on both shows right here on DTL. But that's going to do it for now. It is now time for you to go out into the world, for you to play it forward, to be kind to one another, be honest with each other. It's the only way that this damn thing can work. And understand this, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Prime Time Crew, damn it, do I love them all. The only 5-star chef in the game, Seabass. My man from Miami. There's only one Z. My resident Giants fan. He still keeps that chin up. Big Tommy C. Producer man behind the scenes. AB. I'm the coach. Simply trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single day right here on DTL. Good luck tonight.